have one match on the schedule, but luckily for us, it's at least a match with good potential of being a close one and fun to watch. We got aTTax versus Team123 on Overpass for ESEA Mountain Duel League Season 25. And as I mentioned, this match definitely has potential to be a close one, an interesting match for us to watch. And the main reason why I say that is aTTax, obviously on paper the better team than Team123. They have more experience, they have been playing together for a longer time than Team123. But with that being said, this is one of their absolute worst maps. They've played this map 6 times this year, and they've only won once. That was back in March, like mid-March. On the other hand, we got Team123 who's played this map, was that like 7 times this year, and then they've won 5 of those 7 times. Team123 going for a fast approach towards the B bomb site. Certain already on the flank, looking for that kill on Cyclone, will be able to find it as well. Nice crisp, clean headshot. Torben and NATO Safix answers back, but Stefan, so does he. 2-on-3 situation favoring Team123. Tapping the bomb here, and Certain, he goes ham with beautiful double headshot. Stefan chiming in as well. It's a 2-man ace for aTTax, picking up the pistol, even though they were at a disadvantage. I guess, at least from my perspective, a bit of over-peaking there from Team123. There was really no reason to go that aggressive. They were in a 3-on-2 situation. When they hear the tap, get one guy to peek. If he dies, good. Wait for them to tap the bomb again. Get another guy to peek, and just keep going. Burn the time as much as possible. Already a lot of damage done towards Team123. It is more or less a full eco for them. They managed to get that early bomb plant in the previous round in the pistol. They're saving their money so they can get an early buy in the upcoming round. See that time and time again with more and more teams. And it's an interesting decision. I like the fact here that Team123, they barely invested anything into this round. Instead of upgrading their pistols that we see a lot of teams doing, they decide not to go for that, and this gives them obviously more money to work with in the upcoming buy round. Cyclone gets a double kill for Team123, but that's all they're gonna get. Still, a bit of economical damage done towards aTTax. And as I mentioned, and as you can see on the right hand side of your screen, because Team123 didn't invest that much into upgraded pistols in the previous round, they now have enough money for 5 smokes, single molly, and 5 flashbangs. Zafan, good positioning. Tishan with that follow-up nade, he takes care of Basso. Cerson from Connector peeks in towards that B tunnel, finds one of his own. Tishan trying to spot something above the smoke. Not able to do so just yet. NATO Safix needs to be careful. Decides to pick out a nade, and that's going to cost him his life. An easier, clean round here for aTTax, not losing a single player. That's definitely going to help them going forward. It means that they can start to work on their economy from an early point in the game. It also means that they should be able to secure themselves a 4-0 on the board shortly. Very quickly, I do see that we have a decent amount of people tuning in today. I truly appreciate it. If you feel like it, you're more than welcome to be active in the chat. If you would rather lurk, that's totally fine with me as well. Your choice, obviously. But I would love to see what you guys think about this match. Who do you think will take the victory? Alternate Attacks at Team123? Do you think it's going to be close? Or will it be a stomp from either of the two teams? Good start either way from Alternate Attacks, as I mentioned. Very low buy here from Team123. They should have an easy time getting this round as well. So he gets the first on aTTax. Down, moving in towards the side. He finds one onto ECFN. Torben finds one as well. And down, that's the second. This is actually looking pretty good for Team123. They've managed to pick up an AK and an AWP. Torben and Stown chiming in, doing all the work. Basso, he's now going to be left alone with the AWP. Managed to do the job. Not so quick on his feet when it comes to jumping. But either way, he managed to get the job done, the bomb down, and a one round, more or less a full eco here for Team123. A few upgraded pistols, but that's about it. And that round victory actually comes on a really good time. It means that Alternate Attacks didn't manage to work on their economy too much, and they didn't manage to secure a good economy before it got destroyed once again. And as you can see, ECFN already on a what's happening here? Can we talk about this for 1 second? ECFN without Kevlar. Why? What is this? I'll let you guys know, I was playing matchmaking earlier and everyone remembered to buy Kevlar every single round. Why not? Maybe he's confident. I saw a Hunden type on social media that if you're confident in your ability to win the round in overtime, there's no reason to buy Kevlar. Cyclone, incredibly low on HP, and Crispy will be able to take him down. Torben goes down as well. 3-on-4 situation favoring Alternate Attacks once more. 2 defenders from Alternate Attacks down towards the B bomb side and 2 up towards A. aTTax goes down. Basso is there to help. Down up towards the side with that planned, and ECFN goes down without a fight. It was a headshot, so it didn't really matter if he had Kevlar or not. Two-on-two after plant situation. Also Attacks trying to go for this retake, trying to make it happen. They overstep their boundaries, making a bit of noise, and Down with a beautiful double towards the end. Second round on the board for Team123. And already back into the game. As you can see, also Attacks, they don't really have any money to work with in this round. It's going to be more or less a full eco for them. Crispy upgrading his pistols, so does Titian. A single flashbang, but that's it. Quick look on the scoreboard will show that Stown Basso sitting at the top for Team123. Let's get back to that in just a second, as Alternate Attacks goes aggressive towards middle. Decides to go through the molly as well. Torben in a decent position, but only managing to get one. Deals a decent amount of damage on Titian as well. Crispy needs to be careful. Molly didn't spread towards his position, luckily enough. And now the rest of Alternate Attacks over from Connector, going for that jump peak. aTTax spots them, takes a shot, a bit premature. Could have potentially lured them into to go for the aggression through that connector door. In the meantime, it's Down again in a decent position, patiently waiting for that peak to come in. Just made it to there as well, and that's NATO Sapphics. Titian with a deagle, up close and personal. Down, decent reactions here. NATO Sapphics to help. Down does go down to ECFN on a quick flank. ECFN managing to pick up an AK-47, but NATO Sapphics takes both of them down. Both Stefan and ECFN falls. Another round on the board for Team 123. See someone asking about my matchmaking rank. I haven't played CSGO in 3 months, and my moderator, Happy T-Rex, kind of lured me into playing CSGO. And I did okay. I got my rank back, now I'm MGE. I haven't been that far down the ranking ladder since, I think, 3 years ago or something like that. So I'm a bit ashamed. I was hoping I could keep it a secret. EasyFN and Surson, they get one each. Surson with that initial frag on the AWP, posted up towards the flower petals on A long. End of Sapphics sitting over by the tree, patiently waiting for anyone to peek his position. No one coming his way just yet. This is exactly what I like to see. Some jump peek action on the A-bomb side itself. I believe he was using the jump bug. I mean, if the bug is in the game, why not use it? It's just my 2 cents on it. The bug is in the game and the devs are not going to do anything about it. Might as well just abuse the heck out of it until it gets patched. Fairly easy round here for alternate attacks, even though their utility wasn't really in play. They didn't have too much utility going into the round. We did see ECFN on a FAMAS. I believe it was him, if I'm not completely mistaken. 4-3, alternate attacks taking the lead once more. Only just slightly. Team 123 will have enough money for a decent force buy. Now they are lacking primaries on Cyclone and Torben. It doesn't matter too much though, because the Tech 9 pretty much an SMG. The only difference is you don't get bonus money for fragging with the Tech 9. Four-on-5 situation fairly early into the round as Surson once again getting the initial frag. Titian chiming in as well. Crispy and Stefan, everyone getting a frag except for ECFN. And now it's going to be all on NATO Sapphics. He goes down to ECFN. A combined team ace for alternate attacks. 5-3 on the board. And Team 123 now going to be on more or less a full eco. I could potentially see Torben buying a P250, maybe a Tech 9, but honestly I don't really see a big reason for that. He's got to do it anyways, and NATO Sapphics buys a P250 as well. Once again, we have even more people tuning into the stream now. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for doing so. Your Friday evening. If you guys haven't already, I would appreciate if you'd hit that follow button here on Twitch. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything. It helps me out more than you think. And more than that, I do have a giveaway running where just by following the stream you actually have a chance of winning a baggage pin. But more about that a little bit later. Down, opening up nicely towards the A-bomb side. ECFN in a lot of trouble, but that flashbang might have just saved him. No, it didn't. NATO Sapphics will take him down finally. Crispy and Titian will towards the side. They get one each. Down, left alone with that AWP up close. Through the smoke he goes. Titian takes him down. Decent round here for Team123 though. Again, they didn't really invest too much into the round. They managed to get 2 kills and a bomb plant, giving them an economical advantage for the round. But 6-3 on the board is the reality, and alternate attacks extending that lead even further. I see someone having some feedback in the chat. If any of you guys have any feedback towards the stream, towards the quality, towards me, please let me know on Twitter. That's the easiest way for me to remember what you actually said, because my memory is absolutely horrible. So reach out to me on Twitter. I go through every single message I get on Twitter. And obviously my goal is to improve as much as possible, and I can only do that if you let me know what's wrong with the stream. ECFN, sorry, for the start of the round decided to go a bit... Ooh, that's a nice peek from Titian. As I was trying to say, ECFN decided to go a bit aggressive early into the round. Some aggression up towards Fountain, but he got found out quite quickly. A beautiful peek there from Titian, taking care of Stown. Back to a 4-on-4, equal grounds, equal opportunities. Now, with only 20 seconds left on the clock, Team123, they need to make a move towards this A-bomb site. That's exactly what they'll do. NATO Sapphics a bit unfortunate with that light post. Bomb getting dropped on the side. They need to make a move for it now. NATO Sapphics will find Crispy. Go for the plant. This is gonna be cutting it way too close. Just enough time before Serson takes care of Basso, who actually was the player planting. NATO Sapphics, no reason to jump. I know that he was trying to look in towards Pit, but should realize that if he can see them, they can see him. Cyclone takes care of Stefan, and they should know where Titian is. Indeed they do, but NATO Sapphics oversteps his boundaries over on the truck, and Titian gets an easy double clutch. 1-on-2 situation. He got a kill earlier into the round on Stown, going aggressive on B, and now on the retake he gets the double. 7-3 for alternate attacks. A round that should have gone in the favor of Team123, but Titian simply just too strong. See, the same guy, you know, having issues with the quality, asking now for the resolution. The resolution is 1080p, and I'm streaming at 1080p 60 FPS as well, so everything should look as good as possible. But other than that, it's more or less default settings in CSGO. Cyclone, a nice little double entry towards the A-bomb site. Back to a 1-on-1 situation, or sorry, a 2-on-2 situation. NATO Sapphics fairly low on HP. Deciding to go a bit aggressive for the peak, trying to gain some information. Basso, good reaction. Titian goes down. It's now Stefan up against NATO Sapphics. Definitely favors the German here. Stefan with more HP. He does have a smoke as well. Smoke will go on the bomb. Taps the bomb just once. And a good reaction. Goes for the peak. Finds the kill on NATO Sapphics. And now he's looking for an AWP or an AK-47. He will be able to pick up that AWP. 8-3 on the board. And as I've mentioned plenty of times, in my opinion, this map is heavily CT-sided. So, I mean, there's still hope here for Team123. I don't want you to see them out of it yet. Someone was asking for my prediction earlier in the chat. And I actually predicted Team123 to take the edge in this game. Predicted it to be incredibly close, but go in the favor of Team123. We'll see, they still have an opportunity to do so, but they need to step up their game. Basso and Stown, they get one each. giving an early advantage to Team 123. On 3 situation here. It's down to roughly 50 HP. aTTax has taken a bit of damage as well. Double up setup for Team 123. Not the best when aggressing towards the A-bomb side. Crispy, he goes for the peak. aTTax caught with his pants down. He was throwing a smoke at the time. Couldn't help his teammate. Oh my Lanta, what in the world is going on? aTTax, he finds the kill on Crispy, but ECFN with a quick trade. Another round on the board for alternate attacks. 9-3. And Team 123. It's not looking good for the Danes at this point. Four-on-3 situation in favor of Team 123. And again, the timing is just not with them. The timing always in favor of alternate attacks. It seems like whenever one of the 1-2-3 players, whenever they're trying to throw a smoke, throw a flash, or anything like that, it seems like alternate attacks are aware about it and they go for the peak at the exact right timing. Definitely unfortunate turn of events early into the game here for Team 123. But as I mentioned, they still have plenty of time to get back into the game. Very slow start to the round here for Team 123. Still around 50 seconds on the clock. Still plenty of time for them to figure out exactly how they want to aggress what seems to be the B bomb side at this point. Torben. A bit of nates thrown in towards the B bomb side. I believe that was a flash and smoke. Cyclone. Lining up a smoke of his own. That's a beautiful smoke. And now they are indeed gonna aggress in towards the site itself. Smoke and a molly in good positions. This is actually a really nice B take from Team 123. A 5-on-3 situation. They might actually just pull this one off. Force buy with upgraded pistols. And head armor turns into a decent opportunity. But ECFN, Stefan and Crispy, they turn things around quickly. Cyclone, he's gonna go down as well. A 3-on-5 after plan. And alternate attacks, just simply too strong on the retake. I see someone in the chat calling it, saying they will manage to lose it. Unfortunately, you were correct. I would love to see Team 123 be able to actually secure these rounds when they have a numbers advantage. I mean, granted, they didn't have, you know, utility for the afterplant. They didn't really have any weapons to work with either. They managed to pick up an AWP and an M4, but just as they picked them up, they got absolutely slaughtered by the German retake. Basso taking a good amount of damage. Well placed spray down through the wooden wall. I must admit, my predictions lately have not been looking that great. I'm only going off numbers. I'm going for a statistical approach when I try to predict these games, but seems like I need to go from heart instead, as this is not looking good for my predictions. I think this is the third match in a row where I've gotten my prediction wrong. Not good enough. Basso, as I mentioned, he took a lot of damage early on. Not entirely sure why we're stuck on him. Titian and Crispy chiming in. Crispy with a double, beautiful crosshair placement. Serson with the AWP up from Sniper's Nest. Trying to connect the dots and find the shot. Spots Basso. Not able to take him down just yet. Basso, there's absolutely no reason to repeat. And he won't. Instead, he's covering NATO Safix. Oh, what? Okay, I'm done. I'm officially done. We need someone in chat to take over. I'm so lost. Someone in chat, please take over. I'm gonna... I don't know, learn how to tie a noose and go hang myself. Jumping P250. Out from Sniper's Nest. Head shooting a guy who's sitting inside a smoke. How lucky can you be? I'm so lost. I understand at this point if Team123 are just, you know, their moral might be completely gone. I would understand. They're getting so unlucky. Granted, they've made a few mistakes in the rounds, but even with that being said, they're losing most of these rounds purely based on being unlucky at the wrong place at the wrong time. Serson finds one on Cyclone, flashes through. NATO Safix will take care of Serson as he goes aggressive through the smoke. Stefan still not done yet, over by the truck position. He finds one on NATO Safix. Quick return by Stan though. It's now Titian all alone. He's gonna go down to Torben. And finally, it's been so long. Another round on the board here for Team123. They do manage to pull out the final round of the half. Still 11-4 in favor of alternate attacks. Definitely not what you want to see if you're a fan of any of the guys from Team123. A quick break as the players are getting ready for the second half, and I think Team123 should take just a breather for a few minutes here. Figure out exactly what's going wrong and how they can change it. Because they need more or less a miracle at this point. 11-4 as mentioned, we are going to switch sides. Alternate attacks on T side, Team123 on CT. Oh, I took the liberty to get something to drink while the players were readying up. And I am ready for the second half. I hope Team123 are ready for the second half as well. They pretty much need this pistol. If they lose this pistol, it's going to be incredibly tough to get back into the game. So hopefully they can do something about this. Alternate attacks going for a split A approach from Connector. Basso and NATO Safix gets one each. Cyclone is there to chime in as well. And now it's all on Crispy in this position. His teammate is far, far away. That's ECFN down towards the B-bomb side, but he finds a nice kill on Stown. 2 on 3 all of a sudden. Basso, Cyclone, and Torben up against ECFN and Crispy. That works. ECFN and Crispy, they get one each. Crisp, clean headshots. I've heard about swimming in what is it called? The dancing in water type thing. What is that called in English? In Danish it's synkronsvømning. Help me out, chat. You know what I'm talking about, but I've never heard about that in terms of shooting in CSGO. Now I have. Torben left alone. He does have a kit and a smoke. Synchronized swimming. Yeah, that was incredibly tough for me to translate, apparently. Torben, left alone as mentioned, does have a smoke. Gonna tap the bomb. Goes for the peek instead, and he goes down to ECFN. 12-4, alternate attacks picking up the pistol. I don't see how Team123 are supposed to get back from this. Team123, they are going to go for a force buy with upgraded pistols, Kevlar head armor, smoke and a flash on Stown, already used to smoke. Serson getting a quick kill on Basso down towards connector. And Crispy and Serson, they get one each as well. Cyclone and NATO Sapphics, they will fall. Now it's all on Stown and Torben. Stown close towards the A-bomb site. Torben not rotated yet. It's just now rotating towards the A-bomb site. Stown, decent positioning, using the smoke for cover. He actually gets a beautiful kill on Serson, but ECFN and Stefan, that's some nice headshots. 13-4, alternate attacks, only 3 rounds away from closing this one out. This is gonna be the full eco here for Team123. This also means that, I mean, it should be an easy round here for alternate attacks. And if alternate attacks manage to secure this round, which they definitely should, then if Team123 want to win in ordinary time, they need, did I even say it, 12 rounds in a row. I don't see that happening. Stown going for a quick peek on the USP, finds one, gets spotted in return. Will get the dink, but he's left alone. 1-on-3 situation without Kevlar, without anything to work with, only a USP. Stefan will finally take him down. 14-4. And indeed, alternate attacks looking to close this one out nice and easy. And I'll admit, ever since Team123 publicly announced that they were disbanding, they've had terrible performance. And this game is definitely no exception. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard before we go into the final stages of the game. ECFN leading on 21. 17 for Stefan, 16 for Serson, 15 for Crispy, and 12 for Titian. On the other side, it's not looking that hot. NATO Sapphics on 13, 10 for Stown, 9 for Torben and Cyclone, and Basso on 8. On Team123, they definitely have an opportunity here to get this round sort of equal grounds when it comes to economy, when it comes to the weapons at hand, but not when it comes to the firepower. Alternate attacks just firing on all cylinders throughout the entire game. And again, it's definitely not looking good for 123. Torben, left alone, 1-on-4 situation, needs an absolute miracle to clutch this one. He will get the double, but quick trade coming in from Titian. 15-4, alternate attacks on match point. Before the game ends, before all of you guys leave the stream, I want to point out we do have a giveaway running. Type ! giveaway in the chat and follow the link to my Twitter. I will give you a chance of winning a baggage pin. Make sure you check that one out. Other than that, right after this game, I'll be playing some PUBG, and I hope some of you guys will stick around for that. Titian, nice kill on Cyclone. And again, it should be a fairly easy round here for alternate attacks. They've had full control of the game for the entirety of the game. Team123 not able to connect the dots. Again, you don't have to, you know, all type it. Wait for it to get posted in the chat, then click the link in that message from Muba. It's on screen right now, it's in the chat right now, click it. You don't have to type it in the chat. That doesn't, you know, get you in the giveaway. You have to follow the link. A 4-on-5 situation, once again favoring alternate attacks. Good opportunity to close this one out quickly. 15-4, looking for that final round. It's down. He is close towards the side, will find one, and the second. Taking a bit of damage, and Tishan takes him down. Basil soon to follow. And that's that. 16-4. Alternate attacks absolutely destroying Team123 on one of alternate attacks' absolute worst maps. Impressive stuff. I think they've